commendations are coming in for President Bola Tinubu for brokering peace between Nigeria and the United Arab Emirates, UAE. The latest commendation comes from the President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, who hailed President Tinubu for what he termed ingenuity in resolving the visa crisis with the UAE. Akpabio described the action as a socio-political showpiece, saying it is an act of genius for the president to have seamlessly restored diplomatic relations between the two countries. Asuko, do you agree with the Senate presidency?
Yes.
The Senate president?
Yes, I totally agree with him, because the matter has been lingering for so long. No matter how, even if it is a year, it lingered so long, for close to almost 9 to 10 months, because since October last year, that former President Buhari tried to, mend fences and see how this matter could be resolved. But the UAE authorities said no. They rejected his request. And for our president to have said, okay, I want to personally, for them to resolve this. They were even telling me about a woman who her own business in travel agency is just Dubai visa processing and ticketing. That is Etihad and Emirates. That is her own business. But when that thing happened, she closed shop. All the people that we are working with her, she said, oh, there's no job. And then she moved to UK. Okay, so but with this, maybe she will come back by the time they start operations. And then business will start. So if you look at this, it's a win-win situation for both the Nigerian government and the UAE government. Because now they can collaborate more. It's not only about the lifting of flight ban, okay? It's not only about this flights, but they are now looking at the economic impact, what we can do together in terms of agriculture, defense, and aviation, and so many other things. So for our president to have gone there, was something that I know most Nigerians who are always antagonistic about him didn't believe that he would do that when he said he's going to leave India and he'll stop by. Some people were already thinking he's going to go and do, what is it called? He's going for medical checkup. Some people are thinking like that. But thankfully, the man knew that he would fly into Dubai International Airport, not the Sharjah Airport that they gave airpiece. Okay? So now it can be the Dubai International Airport where they can make good money from their business.
Why did you think it took this long? Emirates, they've left the lucrative route for some months now, and nothing was done to make sure we reach out, the two countries will come to an agreement. And
I think it's determination of or vision of leadership. The former president, when the president of UAE lost his mother, the former president issued a statement of condolence. And in that condolence, he also made this request. When I read it at that time,
made the request.
He made the request that, to leave the ban. But deep down in me, culturally, I felt it was not the appropriate time to raise when somebody has just good point.
Somebody is mourning
at a very wrong time. So I think the issue is understanding global politics and how to deal with complex issues. If the president had sent the Minister of Foreign Affairs, he probably would have made his counterpart from UAE, in UAE, and nothing would have come out. Well, they would have just, okay, diplomats, when they tell you, they will never tell you yes. When they tell you maybe, they mean yes. When they tell you no, they mean maybe. They won't tell you yes. They won't tell him, okay, we are going to, but for the president himself to travel there and met the president of that country. Of course, no one else will have welcomed our president other than the president of UAE. So I think that is significant. And it shows that it's always good to have a president that has capacity to move, to take decisions and take action, by himself, not delegating responsibilities. What has made this very easy was the fact that the president traveled there, met the president, and he felt honored that if the president can come because of this issue, coming to meet me, I mean, that is a very major issue. So I think that's quite significant. We should not forget that UAE is the alternative Europe to many Nigerians.
Yeah.
You see people selling, Onitsha, selling, traders in Onitsha, traders in Balogun. They can easily go to UAE. If they cannot go to America or to Europe, they can easily, even somebody cannot speak English, you can travel there. There are no fewer than 100,000 Nigerians who are now living in UAE. Artisans, workers, traders, even some working as laborers. So for many who cannot travel to Europe, UAE has become that new destination for them to do their business, to do their trade. And you see, UAE is very important to us. From our trade, their investment in Nigeria was about $10 million in 1996. We are not talking about $1.3 billion, coming from UAE. So in that kind of country, we can't do away with it. Emirates flights comes to Nigeria twice a day. And it's they organize a lot of connecting flights from Dubai to Europe. So it's a very strategic country to us that I don't think, I was wondering why we kept, left this thing in the cooler for so long. So I think I'm really happy. It's a major achievement, for the president. And I think we have to recognize it.
In terms of diplomacy and in terms of what will stand to benefit, they've highlighted the crux of their agreement and everything. Ultimately, the two countries will tend to gain more.
Yeah, because now they can sit down. I expect by the time the whole thing, is settled, I want to see a situation whereby some of our ministers can go there and learn how these things are being done, okay? How they do it. Tourism, for instance. How were they able to, bring from a desert country, turn it into a tourist attraction, The aviation, the Dubai International Airport that I was talking has 3 big terminals. Okay? And it takes more than 100, more than 11 million people. Okay? 11 million people.
At the time.
Yes. And that is one of the 3rd busiest airports in the world. Okay? So there's a lot we can learn from them. We might not get close to them, but we can learn a lot and then bring it back. Because since we are now seeing a government that really wants to see how Nigeria can change quickly, it can send some of these ministers, go there, understudy, come back, and then we'll begin to look at all this in terms of tourism, agriculture, aviation, because we really need a national carrier. How we are they able to make Emirates a major player in the industry? Look, for instance, Ethiopia Air. The major source of Ethiopia's revenue is aviation.
Yeah.
Okay, so how were they able to do that? So even instead of going to Ethiopia, we can, now that we have a good relationship with UAE, we can now start going to UAE for us to, understudy. So we are going to learn a lot and gain a lot from this relationship. So it's not only about Nigerians going there to go and, holiday and come back, but we can now begin to see it in an economic perspective for the whole country to enjoy.